So guys, I'm going to be sharing by telling. I don't have a lot to show, but I just want to tell you about, well, the culmination of what's been 4 years in the pack now. So I started running with the pack, and basically I use the pack to achieve my short-term goals, but in the back of my head, my long-term goal has always been to run my own business and to work for myself. So over the past 4 years, I've tried different things, different side hustles, but ultimately working in a 9 to 5 office job. But this year I really pulled the trigger on wanting to actually work for myself, and so I floated the idea of starting an editing service, a video editing service, and yeah, it just came out of conversations in early rounds of the pack this year. So I think in about round 2 of this year, I decided to pull the trigger and say, right, this is the model I'm going to go with. And I tried to validate it. And in the validation process, I managed to pick up one really good client who's referred me on to a whole heap of other good clients. And she's also helped me manage the service and actually structure the service into something that's really viable and something that is useful for creators like herself. So this year, 2020, has been really a culmination of the last 4 years in trying different things and working out where they work, working out where my strengths are, where my strengths were, and finding out where my strengths weren't. So that's all been really interesting. My win for 2020 is easily launching this remote video editing service, ClipTailor. In this last round of the pack, I had as one of my end goals was to have 5 ongoing customers. I didn't get to 5, but I got 4, which I'm still so stoked about. It is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. I feel like I'm doing something that I have always wanted to do, and doing it on my terms. And none of this, actually, I can attribute to the success of this. None of this would have happened without input and feedback from the pack. I can honestly say that. And the pack has been really good for me in that it's helped me grow. It's helped me learn to be vulnerable and be open to the fact that maybe this isn't a good idea, or maybe this particular idea needs a bit of a tweak here. So I just want to send a shout out to all the Paxers, and even the Paxers in my packlet, Wolfsrodel. I just, without your support and your encouragement and your accountability, I definitely wouldn't have gotten to this place. I can confidently say that, because I guess one of the biggest things that's affected me this year was as something that's always affected me, was imposter syndrome. It was like, oh, is this really, am I good at this? Is this something that people want? And finally this year I've managed to find something that I can confidently say, this is something that people want. I am good at this. And I wouldn't have been able to accomplish it without people pushing me to say, you know, post your website here, post your offer here, or your copy isn't as clear as it should be, or it doesn't communicate what you're trying to say. So yeah, my story of success for this year is finally launching my own business in a field that I have worked in for a very long time, but not worked professionally in for a very long time. But it's also shown me that I'm actually really good at this. You know, I understand how a lot of this works, and I'm looking forward to the next rounds of the packs, so that, yeah, I've now launched the product, but now I need to grow it and get it to some form of success that's meaningful to me. So as far as 2020 goes, I know a lot of people, it's been a very challenging and trying year. But for me, yeah, I've taken those, I've taken those challenges and really met them. And it's been one of the best years for me because I'm finally in a space where I feel 100% authentic. This is the most Ken you're ever going to get.